Hey guys, it's Katie Pratt. Welcome back. So I just want to say, yesterday, I know I said I was going to do this video like a week after my last video where I was just showing you. I can't even remember. Damn. But I figured I'd wait until now. Yesterday I just got my results for matric, and for those of you who don't know, matric is grade 12 in South Africa. So I got my results and I'm so happy because I wasn't expecting to do as well as I did, because I usually hate school and I always thought that I wasn't going to do so well, but I got a bachelor's pass, so that means I can go to any university I want and do a bachelor's degree. So that's what I'm really happy about. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about my schooling experience throughout the years. Also, don't mind what's in the background. I was just watching some VidCon videos because I was bored, and currently I'm alone in the house. So, yeah. But before we do that, I'm going to show you my matric jacket. It's actually kind of cold enough to wear because the thing's pretty hot, but it's nice. I'll show you now. So here we have a flower. I don't even know what flower it is. And it's the same on the other sleeve. Me not remembering what's on my jersey. Here is our school initials, I guess you could say. Here we have my name that I decided for myself because the first three letters are actually my initials. So I was just like, Captain is short for captain. And lastly, there's a huge tiger on the back because that's a really cool design kind of thing. So, with regards to school, I gotta say, for me it's been a really tough journey kind of thing. I don't know how I survived. I will be honest with you, I don't know how I survived. So when I started primary school, I was about 6 turning 7. And I was in East London up until I was about, when I was 6, up until April of 2012. So I spent like part of my first year my first year of school in East London, and then we moved up here to Joburg, and then I continued. I spent my first 2 years in Joburg going to a school called Linksfield Primary School, and then from grade 3 to 7 I went to another school called Holy Rosary, and there I got depression and anxiety and OCD because the girls were really mean and that kind of thing, and constantly making me feel bad about myself that I developed these things. And then one of my favorite things about that was going on camp so often and that kind of thing. It wasn't so often, it was like once maybe every 2 years, but it was fun. And they gave us like some stuff to remember them by. Like I have a teddy bear, which I'm not going to show you right now because it's in my cupboard, where we got everyone to sign in and that kind of thing when we finished grade 7. And it does go up to matric, but I couldn't survive there anymore. That school is really expensive for one, and also because my depression was so bad and bullying was so bad that I physically felt like I couldn't stay there anymore. But this video is not really about that. This video is about my high school career. I went to a school called Jeppe Girls, and I gotta say, I was excited to start off in the beginning, and then it was really fun and it was great and all that, but then I immediately, not long after, I started not liking my original class so much because the 2 girls who were in the class list before me and after me, because everything they used it according to seat most of the time to your name. So every time I ask a question or something like that, they'd laugh at me, and I just felt not so happy there. And I also had my entire class talking so much that our teacher once left us, completely walked out of the class and we got shouted at. And I was just like, I didn't do anything. I don't know why I'm getting shouted at. Because, as a class, you all get in trouble, even if you didn't do anything. I also remember I had to sit at break detention for leaving a piece of paper about this big on my table. It wasn't that much. It wasn't that deep, but I got that. And then grade 9, COVID hit. started off well enough. I was reading a lot more often than I was previously, and it was really good. Then March came, and school ended early because of the COVID outbreak, and we spent pretty much the entire year up until August online. And I gotta say, I used to be able to do math core really, really well. And then when COVID hit, I couldn't do core math anymore because our teachers didn't really teach us. And by that I mean, they would send stuff on this site called Google Classroom, but like there wasn't much interaction. And if you had like a question you could ask, but like it's not quite the same because you couldn't really get the answers like how you would in person. And yeah. Then, but otherwise I really enjoyed that year. It was really nice for me because I don't like interacting with people that much, and I love being in my comfort zone, which is my room. It didn't look like this as it is now, but I was very comfortable with how the schooling was working, so even if it didn't really benefit me, but it was comfortable, that I will tell you. Grade 10, sorry, I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. I don't know if that's going to work. Grade 10. Everyone was still recovering from the COVID and that sort of thing. My family kind of took a hit because people in my family had started dying more often. The very major thing was, it was July of 2021. So, the biggest hit was when both my grandparents died within 9 days on my mother's side, and that was really sad and all that. And I had to miss like an exam, a cycle test or something like that to go to the funeral and that sort of thing. And then after that, a lot of people just kept on dying in my family after that and just didn't stop. So, that was such a nice feeling. But grade 10, I started not doing so well in school and that sort of thing. But I also took coding, and I did really well in coding. I got a silver award. I got second place with my group. We did a very good job, and I'm very proud of us for that. So that was cool. That was all nice. I had quite a few interactions with my principal at the time. She was a very nice woman and that kind of thing. So, yeah. So, school hadn't been that easy up until this point, and it never was, but it wasn't like as terrible as what it was in Holy Rosary in terms of people. I was quite fine because in grade 9 I also changed classes from those people, and I made some of my best friends there, and my class for the next 4 years was really, really nice. They were so sweet. Even though they really agreed with me on anything like that, and I know some of them didn't like me, and I could see it, but I was like, it's fine. Most of the people here like me. It's fine. I'm fine. So like I was kind of like trying to like figure myself out throughout high school and that kind of thing. But then like also in high school I wasn't doing as well as what I did in primary school. And some of the things I was good in primary school at, I wasn't good at in JP, but then like some of the things I wasn't good at in Holy Rosary, I was good at in JP, so like some of the things reversed and that kind of thing. Then grade 11 came along, and it was okay, because you know grade 11's like the pre-matric, so all the teachers were getting us prepared for stuff. They were trying to get us like busy working into like getting ready for matric. And then not long into the second term, we were doing our mid-year exams, and Miss Gonzalez, who was the principal at the time, died of cancer, and that was really sad. It was kind of heartbreaking because we had like 3 assemblies revolved around her, and then we still went to her memorial service, which had the whole school, all of her family, and like JP Prep was there. I don't think JP Boys was, but yeah, everyone was there, and like we got a pamphlet. I even got like a little thing with her that had like a verse, a couple verses from the Bible, and it had like a little bit of information from her, and that was quite sad. I could imagine it, but I never thought it would actually happen at that time. Like, I never thought I'd actually witness one of my principal's deaths. I thought like maybe they would leave or something, but I wasn't expecting that. And then we got another principal who was the deputy principal at that time, and her name was Mrs. Blackwood, and I will say, she's a little bit scary, but at the same time, I think she's just trying to make sure everyone's doing things according to the school system. And a lot of people didn't really agree with that. I never disagreed or agreed because I always just stuck to the rules. But a lot of people didn't like her. When it came to that kind of thing, I just sort of like stood back. I was like, I'm not getting involved. But a lot of things were happening in grade 11, school-wise. I mean, so much. I can barely remember it now. Also, I took Southern Lights in grade 9, and then at this point in grade 11, I had the two captains like hating me for some reason. And I was like, I know I was scared and that sort of thing because I always felt like I was going to do something wrong, and they really didn't like me. Like, they even wanted to get a grade 10 to be captain in my grade 12 year, and I was like, wow, thanks. So nice. But I did work on the production that year for Southern Lights. I did Stories Under the Bithawk and Moonlight, which was very nice. It was nice. Yeah. That one I kind of had fun at. Like, other than the two captains, everything was great. Things were going really well. That sort of thing. And I also got vice captaincy for cross country because we only had one grade 12 in 2022 for cross country. And then matric came along. And yikes, it was so much. I didn't feel too different from grade 11. But grade 12 is definitely a lot. It's a lot. Biology, I couldn't pass for like 2 years in a row, so that was me for the last 2 years. Otherwise, I moved to maths literacy, where I did quite well, actually. I was a lot better than what I was in maths core, because maths core I was getting 20%, and I don't even know what happened. But I also started taking therapy more. I was having less therapy sessions because I was in grade 12 and there were a lot of new kids and that sort of thing, but I had started taking therapy sessions since grade 9, and a lot of things were happening at that time. I was always stressed. I was always having like some sort of problem, and I was never happy with myself. I always thought I was going to do something wrong, so I had to go for a lot of therapy lessons. And when you do that in my school, what they do is that they'll like lock you, or you'll get a slip from like the psychologist that you're going to go see for like a period that day. And in my school, we don't get free periods, so it's like sort of a relief in a way, but like you're also missing work at the same time. So I decided to read Hamlet, which is our matric Shakespeare set work for the year, before the rest of the class, and I'm really glad I did, because I feel like I taught myself more about Shakespeare than what my actual teacher did. She just spent a lot of time kind of like hating on Shakespeare when the whole point is just to learn the play, and then she changed things about the play, which if anyone from my old school's watching it, I don't regret what I'm saying. It's true. Hamlet's not that deep. It's not like everything she was saying had to be her way or not. It's just a play. The play has a significance. It's not supposed to be about modern time or anything like that. It's supposed to be about the actual play, not what you want it to mean nowadays, because Shakespeare wouldn't have known what was going to happen these years. So you kind of have to think about it in that time, otherwise you're kind of missing the point. So we also had to learn Life of Pi, and that was an okay book. I wouldn't say it was my favorite. It definitely wasn't my favorite, but it was like, I think I understood it to some degree, because I used to do pretty well in that section. The things that I was doing, I did take design in grade 10 and a little bit in grade 11, but that was a huge mistake. Maybe I'll do a story time with that some other time, but I quit that. So So in matric, the subjects I was doing was English, home language, Afrikaans, first additional language, maths, literacy, music, biology, which I suck at, and history. And yeah, it was okay. My school's given me quite a few things because every year there'd be something that they wanted to like remember it for. Like when I joined in grade 8, it was the year's 100th year of being a school. So there was that, and we had cupcakes and that sort of thing. Like I feel like they try to celebrate a lot of things, and most of the time I'd rather be like, I just want to go home. I just don't like being at school in general. I don't like being around that many people at any time of the day. So yeah, I also had matric dance and matric farewell and that sort of thing, and valediction. And in valediction, I actually, surprisingly enough, I actually got like 2 prizes that evening. So it's like a couple of side things. So like, I was so surprised. My parents were so happy with me, and I was like shocked because I was like, they didn't tell me. I didn't know. I was like, I didn't know I was capable of doing that. So. That was fun. It was nice in a way, but it was so annoying because that day we had school and then we were trying to leave and we were already past the time when we were supposed to leave, and then everyone was causing trouble for no reason and making up things just so that we could sit longer, and I was there like, I am going to switch off, I'm going to die if we don't leave now. And I had to sit there for like an extra 10-20 minutes. I don't know, I can't even remember. But it was all in matric. You get like a farewell gift kind of thing, and we got a silver bracelet this year that said matric 2023, and on the inside it has a thing saying JEPI, High School for Girls, and then at our valediction we got a pen. It's a weird pen because you pull it out to open it and then you push it in to close it. It's like so interesting, so weird. Yeah. Then in matric, as always, you have your cycle test, exams, mid-year exams, actually prelims and finals, and sure, so much work. that itself exhausted me. But like finals took so long. I wasn't writing every day. Most of the time it was like 2 exams a week or something like that. But it was so exhausting that to this day, since I finished finals, I used to wake up at like 6, 7 o'clock. Now I wake up at 8, 9, and 10. I don't like it takes a lot out of you, I won't lie. So grade 12 of 2024, just watch out. So, but otherwise, like, just things to remember is that you write your ALO prelim when you're writing mid-year exams, and you write your ALO final in prelim. So that you can kind of get it done. And music students, you also do you don't do your final during prelims, but you do your final for practicals, as in like playing the instrument and that sort of thing. And I took piano for school. I was quite good. So, but you do that in prelims as well, so that they don't have to work. So that when it comes final time, you just focus on studying for that sort of thing. And yeah. Overall, I usually get the question of, if you knew what you knew now, would you go back to JEPI? I really didn't want to go to JEPI. I didn't want to go to any school because I wanted to be someone who could like stay home or go to like something like my friend Valerie, where it's like a learning center. So like you go there's a lot less kids than what you would experience, and you can wear whatever clothes you want because uniforms are not my thing. It's like so itchy, it's so uncomfortable, and girls have to sit with a dress, and like I'm already struggling sitting with a skirt, and it looks nice, I'll tell you. But my skirt looks nice, and you've probably never seen me wear a skirt before, but uniforms, no. Just no. It's not for me. Yeah, I always wanted that kind of thing, but if I had to choose, because I know I would not get the option to like stay home or like do the learning center kind of thing, I think I would go with JEPI again, because it's honestly the best experience I had for high school, I think, because anything else could have gone way worse. I will tell you, I didn't have an easy time, but I think it could have been a lot worse if I had gone anywhere else. So I think it's better that I went there. I experienced the things that I did. I learned from the things that happened to me, and I tried my best, even when other people didn't think I was. I at least attempted to live I was like, I'm gonna try to be myself as much as possible, try and do my best, try and like not die. So, yeah. Otherwise, it wasn't so bad. It was okay. I wouldn't call any experience enjoyable right now simply because I'm just struggling with life in general. But hopefully university will be really, really nice. I'm going to Vega, and I think it's really nice. Sorry for taking up all your time, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you can post them in the comments below. Still trying to figure out how to phrase that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for videos, you can also post them in the comment box. It would really help me out knowing what you kind of want to watch. And yeah. I'll see you guys next time. So, bye!